Hi, this is Zach Martin. I'm a fifth grade mathematics and social studies teacher at Wadena Deer Creek School District. And when thinking about our school district's demographics, my superintendent, Lee Westrom, pointed me in the direction to the Minnesota report card. What I have set up here is our school compared to the statewide on a few different aspects. The first thing that I'd like to point out with our school, according to the race and ethnicity, our school is predominantly white or Caucasian with 91%, and we have lower percentages of uh, people such as Hispanic is at 4%, two or more races 3%, um, Black or African American at 2%, and uh, we have no native Hawaiian or Pacific Islanders. Now compare that to statewide. Statewide, it has 68% of the population is white, and 4% is two or more races, 9% Hispanic or Latino, 2% American Indian or Alaskan Native, 7% Asian, and 11% Black and African American. This is kind of typical in this area of Minnesota. We are in a rural area where that reflects our population. So now moving on to some of our enrollment by special populations for Wadena Deer Creek School District. The first thing I want to point out is that we have 50% of our students on free or reduced lunch. Compared to that for the state is at 38%. So about 12% higher than the rest of the state. And our special education, we have 18% that are currently getting special education services, compared to that with the state of about 15%. Now, moving on to some other data that I've found in different areas, I want to focus on poverty in our school district. We have a high rate of poverty in Wadena County, and I wanted to look at some of the stats on that. So on the left side of the page, you can see some statistics from datausa.io for Wadena, Minnesota, compared to that of the state of Minnesota. So our median household income is just over $34,000, compared to that of the average or the median household income for Minnesota is over 63,000. Then looking at our poverty rate in Wadena County or the city of Wadena, we have a poverty rate of 23.8%, compared to that in Minnesota overall of 10.2%. Now looking at some other data that I've found, so this is data from the Index Mundi, something like that. Anyways, it's the Minnesota poverty rate by county. So you can see that Wadena County has one of the higher poverty rates across the entire state of Minnesota. So this shows the persons below the poverty level in percent between 2009 and 2013 by percent, and it shows 16.9%. As I scroll down, you can see all the counties throughout the state of Minnesota, and that it progressively gets less and less as you go until you get to about 5% in Carver County. So again, poverty is a big concern in our city, in our school district, and it has effects in many different ways in the classroom with the students and so forth. I've asked around from a number of different colleagues and asked why they think the poverty level in Wadena and Wadena County is so high, and their opinion was that there are a lot more services that are offered to the people that live in Wadena County that help them if they are a family in poverty. So all of this data will help me get to know my students better and the demographics of my student and my school district as a whole. And thank you for listening.